Taoiseach, I wanted to ask you about the National Development Plan, which obviously is a critical part of the national economy. And as you yourself brought up the issue of schools there, I just want to ask you, in Dublin West, as you're aware, and in Dublin North and Dublin Fingal generally, there has been a disaster in relation to the schools, which have been discovered to have serious flaws. And there's been a huge amount of rebuilding, as you know, you've visited some of them yourself, which really seems, along with other issues, to put the capital budget of the Department of Education seriously out of kilter. And I want to give you some examples. First of all, parents who have children attending the Edmund Rice College, due to be built on the Phoenix Park Racecourse site, have been told that it's been delayed by a full year. And secondly, in Pelletstown, and I think again you know Pelletstown, the Educate Together National School has been in temporary accommodation now, and they have now been told again that their project is being delayed for some period of time. Now, Taoiseach, parents are really anxious about when their children are going to see the new schools which have been promised and provided for, and where it appears there's constant delays. In the case of Pelletstown, the Minister for Education did negotiate an extra period in the temporary accommodation, but that runs out next at the end of this academic year, at the end of June next. So can I ask you as Taoiseach, will you get in touch with the developers of this very large site up in Pelletstown, who are literally making millions on the building of accommodation there over the last 10 to 15 years? Will the Minister for Education ask the developers to extend the use of the temporary site until such time as the Department of Education and the Economy Subcommittee can get school planning back on the tracks again, so parents can actually have dates and times and teachers and school boards?
Deputy O'Brien.
Deputies again for their questions. Just in relation to school programmes, the budget for school building increased by 25% this year and will be roughly the same next year. The schools programme has involved the overall construction activity during 2018 and 2019 of 139 projects, ranging in value from 1 million to in excess of 20 million. There are also 327 projects with a project value of less than 1 million at construction during this time. The completion of 466 projects is expected to deliver more than 40,000 permanent, additional and replacement school places and replace about 600 prefabs. Progress of projects in 2020 is expected to involve about 60 new school building projects of a value in excess of 1 million going to construction next year, delivering 30,000 additional replacement school places next year. So 60 new projects next year worth more than €1 million and many, many more less than €1 million. So the schools programme is powering ahead. In relation to Pelletstown Educate Together National School, the new school is anticipated to be built and open for occupation and use in September 2021. And the school is currently in temporary accommodation in the former marketing suite. And I have spoken to the developers and the owners of that site to ask them to allow Pelletstown Educate Together National School to stay there for another year. Because I know parents are concerned about the possibility that children might have to be bused to Broombridge again, and they wouldn't like that, and I support them in that. So I'm waiting on a reply from the landowner. But ideally, we would like the school to be able to stay where it is until this new school is ready to be opened in September 2021. In relation to Edmund Rice in Castleknock, the site for that school was only acquired recently. There were delays in the transfer of the land, and there are issues around road access, and planning permission is yet to be sought and secured, so money is not a problem in that project, far from it. The delays are for other reasons. I think